Hi everybody, welcome back to 100% Mags. So this is match preview going into the game against Fulham on the final day of the season, and of course it's another away game for Newcastle as we take on Fulham side down on the banks of the Thames in the capital, down south. And of course it's not been the best place for to be playing this season, as we've only managed to take 1 point from the capital, and that was against Crystal Palace in a 0-0 draw, and a solitary goal as well against Chelsea in a 2-1 loss at the Bridge. And of course then the 1-0 loss to Spurs and the 2-0 loss to West Ham and Arsenal also. Now, our last capital success came at West Ham back in December of 2017, where we won 3-2 down there. And since then, Newcastle hasn't had the best of luck, in the capital. But if you look at our previous attempts, in the final day of the season of away games, just 1 in 23 attempts has been managed, and that was against QPR at Loftus Road back in the 12-13 season, I believe it was, over 6 years ago now, since that win. Now, looking at Newcastle going into this game, no Florian Lejeun's going to be available, or Longstaff, or Almiron, or DeAndre Yedlin, as they're out for the remainder of the season. Looking at Fulham going into this, they're under the guidance of old boy Scott Parker. Of course, a very great player when he played for Newcastle. I've always got a lot of respect for Scott Parker, especially when he played through a very high fever, captaining a pretty good Newcastle side. Now, Fulham is ending a single season stay in the Premier League. Out of 18 previous home games, they've only managed to get 6 wins, 3 draws, and lose the other 9. Actually, a better points tally return than Crystal Palace this season, who are currently 12th in the league. It's pretty bad that, if you think about it in that aspect, for Fulham fans, they've got to feel pretty miffed off about that if you think about it. But of course, we'll be hoping to take the win in this game against them, following a 2-0 success against Everton and a 1-0 victory over Cardiff. The Cottagers go looking for their 3rd straight successive home win at Craven Cottage against us on Sunday. Now, former old boy Mitch Rowe is also playing for Fulham, and he's scored 11 Premier League goals this season, but just 1 in his last 12 outings. That means that he hasn't been able to score any on home turf in 466 minutes of play. Gotta think it was a wise idea to get rid of him at the end of the day, especially considering what Rondon has done for with this season. The referee going in this game is going to be none other than Kevin Friend, the 4th appearance this season for the Lancashire-based official, who took charge of our 2-1 loss against Man City and a 1-1 home draw against Blackburn in the FA Cup at St James Park. I was at that game, and he did an alright reffing appointment. It wasn't the best, but when's the refs ever the best, at the end of the day. Friend's last tournament appointment was a 2-0 victory over Huddersfield Town at St James's, where his dismissal of Tommy Smith made him the first referee to red card an opponent in an NUFC Premier League game since 2014. Now, of course, Newcastle's visits to Craven Cottage haven't been the best. We've lost 10 and won 3, with the most recent loss coming in the 16-17 season, where we lost 1-0, and the most recent win coming way back in the 07-08 season in a 1-0 win against them, with Joey Barton scoring the penalty. Good old Joey Barton. Now, let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. Going into this game, of course, I think this is probably going to be a tough game. I don't see Scott Parker wanting to give away an easy win, even if it is his old club. I think Rafa's going to have to go at this with a good mentality. Fulham's going to want to prove that they can come straight back up out of the Championship, like we did against Spurs, when we proved on the last day of the season that we were still contenders even though we were going down. And I think that's basically going to be what Scott Parker's going to be looking to do. But let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. Also, remember to give it a like on the video if you liked it as well, and Also on the 12th of May, it's the 2-year anniversary of me being on YouTube as well. So there will be a video out for that on the channel as well. Until next time, I'll see you all later, and how are the lads?